Hello everyone, welcome to this channel. In this video, we are talking about array in programming in C. Okay. So first we will see the introduction. So in the normal variable, we can store only one value. We cannot able to store multiple values in the normal variable, ordinary variable. To store multiple values, we are going with the concept is call it as array. So with the same name, we can store more values. That is, array means that collection of same data type or similar data items under one variable name is called array. So each value in that array can be accessible through index value. Array indexes starts from 0. Array variable, so normal variable we are representing using that variable name. How it is going to differentiate with the other variables means array variables always associated with the symbol is called it as square bracket. So variable along with that square bracket is called it as array variable. So for example, array of 100. So 10, array of 10 or name of 10. So whatever it is. So variable with a square bracket is called it as array variable. So next, so we will see that some example. So array means collection of similar data items. So we are having here collection of ice creams and a collection of chocolates. So this is belongs to the same type. So this is one array. So this is another array. So this is collection of tomatoes. This is another array. So next, how to declare an array. So the syntax to declare an array is data type followed by variable name. Within that square bracket, we will specify that size of the array, which determines that how many number of elements we are going to store it into that array. So the array size always during the declaration, it should be a constant value, that is integer constant value. For example, so what is that syntax? Data type followed by array variable name. Within that bracket, we must give the size. That is that example in the age. Age of 6. So in this one, we are going to store 6 age values. So here, and the another example is float weight of 20. So weight of 20 weights, we are going to store it into the name of weight. So next one is the name. So in this name, we are going to store 10 characters, up to 10 characters. So int age of 6. So the int is specifying that data type of that array. So that is, it can able to store only the integer values. So the age is representing that array variable name. 6 is representing that size of that array, that is maximum of 6 integer values we can able to store it into that array. Either I can store 1 value, 2 value, 3 value, at the maximum 6 values we can able to store it into that array. So for this example, so array name is age. So the values we stored in this array is 6 values we stored. The first value is 25, second value is 32, third value is 17, fourth value is 21, next value is 10, sixth value is 19. How we are going to accessing that each value in this array means age of 0 will give 25. Age of 1 will give 32. So that is using index position, we can access this element. Age of 5 will give 19. So using that index, always in the array, elements will be stored in continuous memory location. So the index is going to be incremented by 1 because it is continuous memory allocation. So using that index, we can able to access that array value. So this is representing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is representing index position of each element. This 25, 32, 17, 21, 10, 19 is representing values in that array. Okay. So here memory allocation for array variable is always done at a compilation time, so that it is also called it as static memory allocation. So for example, in this array, 6 elements we stored. So each element data type is called it as integer. So one integer, how many bytes it will take in the memory, that is based on the compiler, it will differ. For example, integer is taking 4 bytes, means 4 bytes or 2 bytes, whatever it is. Integer is taking 4 bytes means each element will take the 4 bytes. So totally 6 elements I can able to store. 6 into 4, 24 bytes. So that memory allocation will be done at the compilation time. So whether we are storing 6 elements or not, it will allocate the 24 bytes. So that the array size is fixed, we cannot able to change. So that's why it's called it as static memory allocation. Next, initialization. So initialization means assigning values to the variable is called initialization. So for the array initialization, we are having two types. One is compilation time initialization. Next one is the runtime initialization. Runtime initialization using scanf statement in the C, using scanf and the for loop, we are assigning the values to array variable at the time of running is called it as runtime initialization. So we will see one example. So here I am having that one array variable name is mark. So how many elements I can able to store it into this array? 5. So 5 marks I can able to store it into this array. So at the runtime, I'm going to initializing. So using scanf under the for loop. So we are always, the for loop is associated with the array variable, because it is not holding single value, it is holding collection of value. So using that scanf is we need for multiple number of times. That's why the array variables always, reading and the writing of array variable is always associated with the for loop. Here we are going to reading 5 marks. Array indexes starts from 0, so that I equal to 0, I lesser than 5. Till 5 elements we are going to store. Each time that index is going to increment by 1, because the memory is allocated continuously. So using scanf, we are going to reading the value of the mark. So after reading, here we printed. So this kind of reading is called it as runtime initialization. So next we will see that how to initialize using these different kinds of approaches. So compile time initialization. In the compile time initialization, the first approach is called it as brace enclosed initializer. So using that braces, how we are going to initializing. So in that one, first type is with the array size. So with the array size, here we are having int array variable name is ARR, size is 3. So it means that at the maximum, I can able to store 3 values. So in these braces, within the braces, I have given 3 values, 1, 2, 3. It means that it can hold the array, hold or assigned or initialized with the values 1, 2, 3. So next type is, so array of 5. So here I given the value is 1, 2, 3, but the array size is 5. So, but I have initialized only the 3 values. So the remaining values will be automatically initialized with the 0. So next one is without array size, how to initializing an array. So int array. So here I didn't specify any size. I initialized. It means that it will be automatically create that array size with the 3. It will store the elements is 1, 2, 3. So next second approach is designated initializer. That is for the range of indexes, we are going to giving some values. So this will be applicable for only GCC compiler only. So initializing particular range with the same values. So how to initialize means, so within the square bracket, starting index 3 dots, ending index equal to what's the value we need to assign. So this is the way we are going to assigning values to the array variable. So with the same value, so if I am initializing like this with the empty brackets means it will hold the value is 0. If I am not passing any value means any assigning any values means within this bracket, it will be automatically take 0. So if I am giving like this means, so the one will be assigned to the first position, remaining position will takes the 0, 0. So if I am giving like this, that means within this range, index is 0, starting index, ending index is 2, the value is 5 means all the three position will hold the values 5, 5, 5. So with the different value, each index position with a different value. So here we are having array sizes 5, 0 to 1, I assigned value 5, 2 to 4, assigned value is 10. So the values in this array is 5, 5, 10, 10, 10. So next one is array of 5. So here I initialized with the value 4, position 4 equal to 10, 0 is equal to 5. It means that in the 0th location index, it will store value 5. In the 4th index, it will store 10. For remaining, it will take values are 0. That is default value while initializing. So this is about initialization for array. So what are the advantages and the disadvantages for array? So array means we can store multiple data items, but it should be the same type. We can use this array to implement the some other data structures like stack, queue, and the tree. Like these kinds of data structures is going to be implemented using array. So the array elements are stored in contiguous memory location. So array elements are accessed randomly using its index. So if I want to access fifth element means directly I can access. Array of 4 will give fifth element. So randomly I can access. So what are the disadvantages? It cannot store different data type values. So the memory size is always constant. It is not suitable for dynamically growing values. So array 10 means I can maximum, at the maximum we can able to store 10 values only, not more than 10. So if I want to store only 2 elements, but allocated memory size is 10 means remaining 8 element memory is wasted. That is the allocated memory is more than the stored elements means it will waste the memory space. So next we will see that examples. So how to that array is going to be declared and initialized with the example program. So we will see one example program. So how to declare an array variable? So integer age, for example. So how many elements I stored? 6. So how to know about this size of age? So age variable. If I'm just declaring integer I means, so this is the size of integer. So size of integer is going to be size of I will take how much memory space, size of integer. What is the size of integer? That much memory space will be, it will take. But here age is having not a single value. It is going to hold the 6 values. So what is the size of integer? Int 6. So each element will takes how many bytes? Int 6 will give the size of age. So we will see that So using that size of operator, we can know that what is the size of age variable, what is the size of I variable. So in the printf, we are going to printing so this is in so size of integer, it's going to print long unsigned integer. So we used that format is LU. So here I am going to printing size of variable name is age. So next I am going to printing size of I, that is one single integer variable will takes how much space. So size of I variable. So size of age variable is 24. Size of I variable is 4. That is each integer variable is taking 4 bytes. So here we are going to store 6 integer variables. 6 into 4, the size of age variable is 24. So this is the way we need to declare an array variable. Data type followed by array variable name with the size of that array. So how to do that initialization? So first we have seen dynamic initialization. So that is runtime initialization. So using for loop. So array index is always starts from 0. So here 6 elements we are going to reading. So array index is starts from 0 means ends with a 5. So starting index is 0, ending index is 5. Each time the index is going to increment by 1. So I am going to reading value of array using scanf. So here that is an integer array. So percentage %d here we are going to using. So ampersand, name of the variable is age. The which index I am going to read? Ith index. If I equal to 0 means I am going to assigning value for age of 0. Next time I equal to 1 means age of 1. Next time I equal to 2 means age of 2. Okay, so after reading, so just I'm going to printing the value. So using, so it is not a single value, collection of value. So using for loop, we are going to printing that same index, we are going to using printf. Okay, so except this ampersand symbol. So each value is separated by space, tab space. So now I am going to run this code. It is asking value. So just I am giving that age 28, 32, 12, 18, 25. Okay, 5 values we read. So 5 values will be assigned to this one. So age of 0 will hold 28, age of 1 will hold 32, age of 2 will hold 12, age of 3 will hold 18. So age of 4 will hold 25. So here we have given that lesser than 5. So it is going to store only 5 elements. So if we are giving 6 means it will hold the 6 elements. So that's why the array, this is specifying that maximum size. So up to that maximum, I can able to store that values. So 6 elements means array size is 6 means I can store 1 value, 2 value, 3 value, whatever it is. Previously, we have seen using 5 values. Now we are going to see with the 6 values, 10. I am giving age is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So 6 values I have given. All these 6 values will be stored into array. Will starts from index starts from 0 to 5. Okay, so this is runtime initialization. So next we will see compile time initialization. So compile time initialization, for example, so first one is braces, using braces. If I am not giving any any value, so 6, so only I initialized, so 6 values I am going to initializing. So with array size, here we are having array size. So no need of this reading part, just we are going to printing. Now we are going to run this code. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these values will be initialized to this variable age. Index starts from 0 to 5. Suppose if I am giving partial initialization, only 3 elements are initialized, means remaining elements will hold the value zeros. Okay, so this is with the size. If I am not giving size, means so how many elements the age is holding? 3 elements only. So the array size will be determined it as 3 elements. So up to 2, 0 to 2 only the elements are stored in the array. So it will store the values 1, 2, 3. So this is braces. Using braces, we are initializing that array. So next kind of initialization is a designated initialization. That means for the given range of indices, we are going to giving some value. So how to give that one, how to initializing that one. So range is going to be given with that. So for example, 0 to 4. Here I didn't specify size, so I can give whatever I want. So 0 to space 4. That means 5 elements. So totally 5 elements I can able to store equal to the value you have to give. For example, 20. So how many elements I stored in this one? 5 elements I stored in this one. Okay, so 5. So now I am going to compiling. So 0 to 4, all the values are initialized with the value 20. So it will display all the 5 values are 20. Okay, so this is the way we can do designated initialization. So for example, so not 0 to 1, I want this one, and 2 to space 4. 2 to 4, I want the value is 30. Okay, so now I initialized with the 2 value. First 2 values are 20. Next 3 values are 30. It is going to be initialized like this. This is all about declaration and initialization of an array. Thank you for watching this video.